Unfortunately, there's gonna be a running theme in my channel whether I like it or not. And that is I sleep on so many franchises, whether it's a TV franchise, a movie franchise, or a video game franchise. And with this franchise in particular, I wasn't fully asleep. I had one eye open throughout because the franchise I'm talking about is the Game of Thrones series. I watched like season 1 and season 2 and it was peak. It was 10 out of 10. The show itself is 10 out of 10 from a lot of other people. A lot of other fans love the Game of Thrones series. But after season 2, like, I know I may get some little backlash on this, but after season 2, I kind of checked out. You know what I mean? I kind of tuned out. I kind of left the door, if you know what I mean. But I always left that door a bit open, just in case I would return to it in some time, because I was always seeing how everybody loved the series, how great it was. So I was like, okay, I'll come back. Unfortunately, it took a very, very, very long time, and now I have returned to the Game of Thrones series. To be more specific, House of the Dragon season 2 episode 1. I didn't watch season 1. You see the theme here. You see the running theme that unfortunately this is my channel. You know, I'm very sleepy on a lot of shows, but I'm gonna fix that. And I'll tell you this, I like season 2. I like the first episode. It was pretty good. You know, there's some slow parts to it. There's some parts where it was a little bit confusing, obviously, because I'm not too familiar with some of the characters, but I liked how the story progressed from slow to the end. It was a very shocking thing that they did. So I'm not gonna really recap every single thing that happened in the show, but I will say this, I really like the way the dragons look in this show, because there was a scene where there was a dragon flying, and then these guards were saying, oh, the dragon's coming, but one of the main guards said, oh, hold your fire, halt your fire. But the reason why I'm bringing that up, because the dragon, the way it looked, even though the dragon is far away, I liked how it looked because it felt like it was real. It felt like you were actually seeing a big dragon flying overhead, and when you squint you can see the little details, like the wings is tattered, is there's holes in the wings, you know. So that means the dragon's probably been through a lot. It's probably like a warrior dragon, but I liked how it looked. And when Rhaenyra Targaryen, sorry if I butcher names, when she was standing next to a dragon as well, that dragon looked very good. But the scenery looked good. I liked how it made you feel as if you were actually living in this fictional world where these mythical creatures are there. And I liked how people were positioned. You can know who's a peasant, you know who's a noble guard, you know who's royalty, you know who's just a messenger. And I see where they're going with this Targaryen civil war. I'm pretty sure they're continuing what happened in the last season, but we're seeing the Targaryens feud with each other. For example, we're seeing Daemon Targaryen at the end of the episode. He conspired a plan to kill Aemond Targaryen, or to get back at him, like they were saying, a son for his son, because like I said, I'm not too familiar. I believed one of the sons of the other Targaryen got killed in the last season due to the Targaryen civil war. I don't know if that coincides with Rhaenyra crying, and I think there was a funeral right up until the end of the episode. I don't know if that corroborates what I'm saying, but the son for a son that Daemon Targaryen that he did at the end of the episode, it was very shocking, because he told this peasant, I don't know his name, but this peasant and this guard, I think the guard name is Hugo or Hugh, someone correct me in the comments, but he told them they have to kill Aemond Targaryen, and he's easy to find. He has an eye patch, bleach hair, he's easy to find. But when they go into the castle, they infiltrate the castle, and they're posing as rat catchers. They're, so I'm pretty sure people didn't really even know, or they did not even tell. And even the king, who was like very young, Aegon Targaryen, when he was hanging out with his friends and joking, he didn't even notice them. But these two guys, I think one's a guard, Hugh, and the peasant, when they snuck in and they held one of the Targaryens, I think she's like a daughter, hostage, and they were hovering over two children. One's a boy, one's a girl. And they were demanding this daughter Targaryen, which one is the girl, which one's the boy? If you don't tell us this, we're gonna kill you, we're gonna make you bleed everywhere. At first, I thought she was gonna just like run away and try to like, you know, scream help me, and then they'll not kill her, then it'll not cause a big siren or something and everybody will come. No, like she told them, she pointed which baby was a boy. Then I was like, okay, maybe she'll psych him out. Maybe you should be like, oh no, I'll give you the wrong child to save the child. But she didn't, and the episode literally ended with Hugo and the peasant cutting off the boy's head and killing the boy. So then obviously it was off screen because the daughter Targaryen ran, and then she now notified Alicent Hightower and Sir Criston Cole when they were having sex. She alerted them saying the boy's dead, the boy's dead. But that shocked me because truthfully throughout the episode it was a little bit slow. It was a little bit slow to get into something shocking that I can literally sink my teeth into. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, I need to see episode 2 to see how the fuck these guys are gonna get out of this castle and not die, because they literally just killed the child Targaryen. Like earlier in the episode, we saw Aegon, he looked like he liked the child. Aegon really admired the child and he wanted the child to be the successor to him. So I don't know, Aegon, he seemed nice, man. He seemed like a nice king, even though he's really young. He might be naive, and I don't know how this is gonna happen in the next episode, but in my opinion, I think I'm in. Like, I think I'm in this series, in this season particular. So I'll give this episode of this season, this first episode, I'll give it a good rating because it was interesting. Despite it being slow, I liked it. It was pretty good. It didn't bore me. It was a pretty good episode. So I'm gonna have to tune in the next episode to see what happens, man. But that's the end of the video, and I'm out. Peace.